You have loved people who did not love you back the way you needed. You have stayed in relationships long past the point they were healthy. You have given generously to people who received without returning. And somewhere in all of that, you started to wonder whether the love and relationships you actually want are even available to someone like you. They are. And today, we are going to align you with them. Not by making you more lovable, you already are, but by clearing the beliefs, the patterns, and the postures that have been attracting the wrong connections and blocking the right ones. The people who consistently attract genuine, loving, life-giving relationships are not the luckiest. They are the most aligned with their own worth, with their own standards, and with the kind of love they are willing to accept. Say every word today like someone who just raised the standard and is about to watch who rises to meet it. I attract love and positive relationships because I have done the inner work of becoming someone who gives and receives both well. The relationships I am calling in are mutual, life-giving, honest, and completely aligned with who I am becoming. I release every relationship pattern that kept me in cycles of giving more than I received, of loving people who were not capable of loving me back. I am a magnet for genuine connection, the kind that is safe, consistent, and rooted in real mutual care. I attract people who see me fully and choose me anyway, not a filtered version, but the real, whole, unedited me. I release the fear that loving openly will lead to being hurt again, and I choose to stay open because closed hands cannot receive. I am worthy of love that is patient, kind, consistent, and not conditional on my performance. I attract relationships that make me more myself, not less, not quieter, not smaller, but more fully and freely me. I release every person whose presence in my life has consistently cost more than it contributed. I am building a circle of people who are genuinely for me, who celebrate my growth, show up in hard seasons, and tell me the truth. I attract positive energy in every relationship, friendships, family, romantic love, and professional connections alike. I release loneliness as a permanent identity, and I open myself to the belonging I was always made for. I am a safe person to love, honest, consistent, present, and genuinely invested in the people I allow close. I attract the right romantic love, a partnership built on mutual respect, shared values, and the kind of consistency that holds through hard seasons. I release the version of relationships where I had to shrink, perform, or earn my place, and I step into ones where I simply belong. I am attracting people who operate at the level I am growing into, not the level I am leaving behind. I release resentment from past relationships, and I make room for connections that are clean, new, and genuinely life-giving. I attract love because I am love, generous, present, truthful, and rooted in the kind of wholeness that makes deep connection possible. I am no longer available for relationships where I am an option, a convenience, or someone to return to when nothing better is available. I attract friendships that are mutual, where showing up is consistent on both sides, and where being known goes both ways. I release the pattern of choosing familiar over healthy, and I choose healthy, even when healthy feels unfamiliar at first. I am building relationships on honesty, and honest relationships are the only ones worth having. I attract people whose presence leaves me more energized, more alive, and more myself than before they arrived. I release every wound that told me love was not safe, and I choose to believe that the right love is the safest thing I will ever experience. I am becoming someone who is easy to love well, open enough to be known, whole enough not to need fixing, present enough to actually show up. I attract love in every form. The love of deep friendship, the love of family restored, the love of a partner who truly sees me. I release isolation as a coping mechanism, and I step toward the connections my soul has always been asking for. I am surrounded by people who are genuinely glad I exist, and I feel that gladness as a daily reality, not a distant wish. I attract positive relationships because I am one. I bring honesty, warmth, consistency, and genuine care into every connection. I attract love and positive relationships completely. The right people at the right time in the right form for the rest of my life. I manifest the deep, genuine, soul-level connections I have been quietly longing for, arriving in this season. I manifest a romantic partnership built on mutual respect, shared vision, honest communication, and consistent, unconditional love. I manifest that the right people find me as I become more fully myself, attracted by who I am, not the performance of who I think I should be. I manifest the healing of every relational wound that taught me connection was unsafe, unreliable, or not worth the risk. I manifest a circle of friends so life-giving and so mutually invested that showing up for each other becomes the most natural thing. I manifest that the people who belong in my next chapter arrive as I step into it, aligned, ready, and genuinely for me. I manifest the courage to be fully known, to show up without the filter, and discover that being seen completely is the safest place I have ever stood. I manifest the restoration of relationships worth restoring, and the graceful, peaceful release of those that are not. I manifest that love flows to me easily, not because I perform for it, but because I am aligned with it. I manifest belonging, the genuine, felt sense of being at home with the people I am surrounded by. I manifest that I stop attracting people who need me to be small in order to feel comfortable with me. I manifest the specific friendship, the specific partner, or the specific community I have been believing for. I manifest that every relationship in my life is upgraded, more honest, more mutual, more alive, more genuinely good. I manifest that love arrives in a form so complete and so clearly right that I do not question whether I deserve it. I manifest the healing of my attachment patterns, the ability to love fully without the anxiety of abandonment. I manifest that my children grow up surrounded by the evidence of what healthy, loving relationships look like. I manifest that the love I give returns to me multiplied, because generosity in relationships always produces more than it gave. I manifest that being fully known and fully loved at the same time is not a fantasy I reach for, but a reality I inhabit. I manifest positive energy in every relationship I currently have. What was strained becomes honest. What was distant becomes present. I manifest that I am chosen. Not tolerated, not accommodated, not managed, genuinely and consistently chosen. I manifest that the loneliness I have been carrying finds its permanent end as the right connections begin to arrive. I manifest the ability to receive love without deflecting it, without qualifying it, without waiting for the catch. I manifest that my relationships become one of the most powerful testimonies of what wholeness, healing, and alignment produce. I manifest that every relationship I walk into from this point forward reflects the standard I have finally chosen for myself. I manifest that my romantic love is patient, consistent, safe, honest, and the kind of love that makes me more of who I am, not less. I manifest that positive relationships multiply in my life, one good connection leading to another, each one richer than the last. I manifest the complete end of isolation, of settling, of relationships where I give more than I receive permanently. I manifest that love is no longer something I chase, but something I inhabit, because I finally believe I deserve it. I manifest the relationships my life was always designed to hold: full, real, mutual, and extraordinarily life-giving. I manifest love and positive relationships completely, abundantly, and as the permanent, beautiful reality of my life. The love you are calling in is not too much to ask for. It is not unrealistic. It is not for other people. It is what you were made for: genuine, mutual, honest, life-giving love. And you just aligned yourself with it. So walk into the rest of your day differently. Walk into it as someone who knows their worth, holds their standard, and is no longer available for anything less than the real thing. Subscribe and align with love and positive relationships every single morning. Like this video and send this to someone whose relationships deserve an upgrade. Comment: I attract love. I attract positive relationships. I am worthy of both. Say it and receive it. Share with someone who has been settling in their relationships. Remind them the real thing is available. This is your love and relationship session. The right people are already moving toward you. Stay aligned, stay open, stay worthy of what is coming.